Imagine walking into a hyper-competitive Wall Street brokerage firm, projecting total wealth and confidence to everyone around you, knowing with absolute certainty that tonight you will sleep on the asphalt floor of a subway station. You might know Chris Gardner from the cinematic portrayal of his life, played by Will Smith in The Pursuit of Happyness. While the film captures his emotional journey, his actual survival relied on a series of technical, almost mechanical workflows he designed to navigate the streets. Gardner's starting point was absolute zero. He had been wiped out by failed investments in medical scanners. His partner had abandoned him, and he found himself homeless, navigating the streets of San Francisco with his young son. He carried the total burden of single parenthood, tasked with keeping a toddler alive while lacking even a basic financial safety net. To escape his circumstances, Gardner accepted an internship at Dean Witter Reynolds. This visualization shows the math he faced: 20 highly educated interns filtering down to a single permanent position. The trap was the timeline: 6 months paying nothing. Gardner had to survive San Francisco with zero income, while peers relied on savings. Surviving these odds required Gardner to operate outside the conventional boundaries of office culture, engineering a schedule that prioritized raw output over professional norms. Gardner faced a massive daily time deficit. While his peers could work late into the evening, he had to leave the office at exactly 5 p.m. every day to stand in line for a homeless shelter bed. To overcome this, he optimized his physical movements. When making cold calls, he never placed the phone receiver back on the cradle. Skipping that single motion saved fractions of seconds per call, which allowed him to squeeze dozens of extra leads into his shortened workday. He even limited his own biology. He intentionally refused to drink water throughout the workday, ensuring he never spent a single minute walking to the bathroom. This forced optimization of his time created a level of productivity that his peers, who had the luxury of a slow pace, never had to develop. Inside the office, Gardner had to project total stability to high net worth clients and a singular, unbothered focus to his bosses. He used a briefcase strategy to hide his reality. He kept his only suit and his son's belongings inside a single briefcase, telling colleagues he was simply preparing for frequent business trips to explain why he was always carrying his luggage. Success in this environment required a total separation of his corporate performance from the desperate reality of his nights. But his most difficult tactic wasn't used on a client. It was the constant effort to prevent the trauma of extreme poverty from reaching his son. The journey hit its lowest point when they missed the shelter deadline and were forced to lock themselves inside a filthy subway bathroom to sleep. Inside that bathroom, Gardner used a psychological reframing. He invented a dinosaur game, convincing his son they were hiding in a cave to escape prehistoric creatures. He turned a terrifying situation into a moment of play. In this moment, resilience meant actively manipulating his son's perception of reality to shield him from the world outside that bathroom door. The optimization worked. Gardner's sheer volume of daily cold calls, made possible by his refusal to hang up the phone or take breaks, won him the single permanent position. He moved from a homeless intern to a fully employed broker, eventually founding the multi-million-dollar firm Gardner, Rich & Co. There is a famous proverb, "Koshish karne walon ki kabhi har nahi hoti." Those who try never lose. Gardner's life proves that this isn't about passive hope. It's about the aggressive application of strategy. Gardner outworked the limitations of poverty and outmaneuvered the traps of the system from the inside. His rise suggests that when resources are zero, the only remaining leverage is the level of ruthless optimization a person